That's me. It is 2:52 p.m. We will now call to order the Legislation and Rules Committee for Monday, June 22nd, 2026. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone.
Present.
Alderman Narayan.
Here.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Sanye.
Present.
Vice Chair Devoti.
Present.
Chair Velazquez.
Present.
Alderwoman Keys. 5 present.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I will now entertain a motion for the approval of the minutes for the meeting on Thursday, May 28th, 2026.
So moved.
Madam Clerk, will you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone. Alderman Narayan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Sanye.
Aye.
Vice Chair Devoti.
Aye.
Chair Velazquez.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. 5 aye votes.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Going through the agenda, board bills for review. We have none. We don't have any resolutions to review? Nope.
We have none.
We have none. And today we are going to take up and we are going to engross Board Bill number 1 as amended in committee, Board Bill number 10 as amended on the floor, Board Bill 22 as amended on the floor, and Board Bill 28 as amended on the floor. We are going to go out of order from the agenda today just based on what is the easiest to go through. So I think I will start with, since we all have a copy of Board Bill 10, we will start with that unless anybody has any objection. Okay. Madam Clerk, would you please come before us? All right, so we are going to go through the process of engrossment for all these bills. We're starting with Board Bill 10 as amended on the floor. It looks like we had one amendment that was added to this bill. But Madam Clerk, can you please confirm for us that dates, figures, cross-references, and citations have been reviewed by both legal and our financial analyst before engrossment?
Good afternoon, Chair Velazquez. I am here to stand before you, and it was reviewed by our legal counsel and our financial analyst. And there was only one amendment for Board Bill 10, and it was introduced by Alderwoman Clark Hubbard, and it's amending on page 3, line 1, after the words biweekly range of pay in whole words. If you notice on your engrossment copy that you have in front of you, Alderwoman Velazquez, we struck out the words and figures, section 4, shift differential compensation, minimum salary increases, and inserted the chart listed on the amendment that's before the committee. And it should be on the engrossed copy.
Does anyone have any questions about the amendment that the Madam Clerk just discussed?
And I believe the clerk is passing out the red copy with the red strike through or lines that was added or amended.
This is the marked copy, correct, Clerk Rogers?
Yes, let me see.
No, this is the completed version.
And if you see on page 4, I'm sorry, 5 of 20, actually.
3, 4, and 5.
Absolutely, you'll see that the new figures were added. And that is the engrossed copy that Alderwoman V has before.
Great, it looks like that section is lines 45 through 52. That's what it looks like.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
No, it just looks like it's now on, at least on this version, on lines 45 through.
Yes. Yes. Once we start making the adjustments, it throws off the line number.
And then it goes back when we take it deleted.
Absolutely.
Right, and it looks like, so it looks like the amendments have been incorporated accurately. And I'm just taking a look through here real quick, and it looks like, if I can count past 13. 14. It appears that the section numbering is accurate. It looks like section numbering is accurate. There are no exhibits or attachments that are necessary for this bill, correct? Aside from the ones that are already, the tables that are already inside the bill.
That's correct. But I do want to check your engrossment copy because that's the combined copy on the engrossment sheet. On the engrossment paper that I gave you earlier.
This, I gave that one. I gave 10 back to Clerk Heggs.
Okay. And the financial analyst, I'm sorry, the fiscal note is attached to the engrossed copy of the board bill.
It is.
Yes. And section numbering is accurate, and the exhibits and attachments, that will be the attachment, the fiscal note. And it looks like the summary and bill text are formatted correctly.
Correct.
Great. I think that this looks all right, but does any member of the committee have any questions or corrections?
Are you going to go on order of seniority?
Yes.
Okay. I would just note that the page numbers are not reflective of, it's a minor issue, but there appear to be 21 pages, and it says, like, for instance, on the last page, page 21 of 20. So it would have to be page 21 of 20.
Thank you so much. That will be corrected.
So each page would have to be updated to reflect.
Yes, thank you.
21, which it may bounce back after you print it and delete.
Correct.
The others.
Right. Well, it would actually probably be fewer pages because there's probably
Right,
3 pages
right.
of it. Yeah.
So if I can check out that engrossment copy to make sure everything, if the numbers are correct.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the red line copy, Alderman. I don't know which copy.
Otherwise, everything looked fine to me.
Oh, yeah, it's okay on it looks like it's okay on the engross. Nope, you're
No,
right.
I got it before me. We
Yep.
do have to make the change. Thank you, Alderman.
Mhm. I have no further questions or comments.
Alderman Ryan?
No questions, thank you.
Alderwoman Senier?
No questions.
Alderman Devoti?
No questions.
All right, so once we update the page numbering, this bill will be accurately engrossed. Madam Clerk, you said that the clerk's office will be able to make those changes today?
Yes.
Okay, so can we vote, given that if the clerk's office makes that one change, that this bill is accurate? Is the committee okay with that? So I don't have to come back here and do it again.
We can make a motion.
I would move to direct the clerk to make that one change, at which time Board Bill 10 as amended on the floor would be properly engrossed.
Second. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Alderman Cone.
Aye.
Alderman Ryan.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. Alderwoman Sanye.
Aye.
Vice Chair Devoti.
Aye.
Chair Velazquez.
Aye.
Alderwoman Keys. 5 aye votes.
All right, with that, once that change is made, that bill will be engrossed. That's Board Bill 10 as amended on the floor. The next one, we only have a copy of, we'll do Board Bill,
28.
we'll do Board Bill 28.
The committee to 28.
Does everybody have a copy to look at of 28? No, we do not.
Yes.
We do? You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Could I ask one question, Chair Velazquez?
Yes, ma'am.
So the last motion that was made, we made it to make the necessary change to correct page number from 1 of 21, from 1 of 20 to 1 of 21?
Yes, all the pages will need to be renumbered because there are 21 pages, but only goes up to,
Okay.
it's labeled as page 20.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Board Bill 28, everybody's looking at Board Bill 28. This was amended on the floor, and I don't, the amendment, do you have the amendment?
Here's the amendment.
Oh, thank you. All right, Madam Clerk, can you, has Board Bill 28, which had one amendment on the floor, which we have in front of us, can you certify that the dates, figures, cross-references, and citations have been reviewed by the legal department and our financialists before they were engrossed,
Yes.
before this bill was engrossed? And can you talk about this past amendment that has been incorporated, well, looks like it incorporated, on page 5, line 9?
Yes, this was introduced by Alderman Devoti on the floor. And if you see, it was crossed out, the provision of the ordinance shall be effective immediately following the ordinance effective date. That was scratched out in lieu of the provisions of this ordinance shall become effective November 1st, 2026. And it should be in the engrossed copy.
Okay, that looks right to me. It looks like those amendments have been incorporated accurately. We do have a piece that needs to be updated on the section numbering. I think, let's see, starting on sections 4 through, sections 3 through? 4 through.
Section 3.
Starting on section
3.
well, I was waiting for her to come back.
She's sitting right there.
Here, we can, if you want to take this one, Madam Clerk, and I can.
Bill 20.
I'll just use. Okay, starting on, it's page 3, but it's also section 3, section 3 through 8. They are numbered, and the rest of the numbers are written out on section 1. So I would
They have a numeric versus spelled out.
Yeah, section 1 and 2, the numbers are spelled out. And then starting with section 3, it's just a number.
Okay. Okay, so section 1 and 2.
No, section 1 and 2 are okay. It's section 3 through through 8 where it's the number.
Got it. Mm-hmm. So let me ask a question. If this was an amendment, is it still okay for me to change it? Because this is how the board bill came to the clerk. I mean, I can make the change, but this is how it came.
I think what you're doing, though, is you're not amending so much as you're making sure that the sections are numbering, that they're accurate and they're formatted correctly. This is a formatting issue.
Got it.
I agree.
Consistent formatting.
Okay, we'll make the change.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. And there are no exhibits aside from the fiscal note that there's note attached. Do you have a fiscal note in your engrossed?
There is on the engrossed.
Okay, so there is a fiscal note and that is attached on the engrossed copy.
It is attached to this copy, yes, ma'am.
Okay. And then we're going to fix the section numbering to be consistent and spelled out from section 3 onward. And I would move that we will engross the bill once those, after the changes of the section, well, actually, sorry, before I move.
We didn't take any questions.
That's where I'm getting, that's why I paused. And I'm going to go to you, Alderman.
I'm just curious if the alderman from the 5th will yield to question.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not the alderman from the 5th. He said yes.
You're supposed to ask the alderman.
Oh,
if
Alderman from the
questions.
5th, will you yield to an inquiry?
Yes.
May I proceed?
You may proceed.
Thank you. So, Alderman, you were the sponsor of the bill. I'm curious, was the bill originally submitted with the numerics formatted that way?
That's a good question. That is, I sit here, my understanding was that it was not, that they were spelled out, but I also can't verify that as I'm sitting here. So it's an excellent question. I don't know. I heard what the clerk had to say, and I'll defer to the.
I'm just, was this also a bill that was suspended for the purposes of introduction, or was it submitted in a timely fashion or prior?
No, it was submitted in a timely fashion. There was
Okay.
no suspension of the rules with respect to this.
Okay.
Alderman Cone, could you speak into the mic?
Sorry, I thought I was. I just asked the alderman from the 5th 2 questions, the first of which was whether or not the bill was submitted as it's currently formatted with the sections being numeric versus alpha. And then the second one was whether or not the rules were suspended for the purposes of introduction. And I believe you were able to hear his reply.
So my answer to those questions, to make sure we're all on the same page, is that certainly it was my intention to make sure that the titling of the sections was consistent. It was my belief that we did it so that the numbers were spelled out, but I also heard the clerk, and I will defer to her because frankly, I don't remember. So if that's the clerk's understanding, then I defer to her with respect to that and the formatting issue on me. With respect to whether there was any request to work outside of the rules, there was not. There was no, the bill was filed. It was called up in proper timing, proper order. It was run through committee, and it has slowly progressed through.
Thank you, Alderman. I have just one last question. / observation, and I'm curious your thoughts on this. Being an attorney, the amendment that was provided and adopted was that the provisions of this ordinance shall be effective immediately upon or following the ordinance's effective date, with no effective date listed in the ordinance. Seems to be a fairly, I don't know, something I'd consider a legal loop-de-loop. Catch-22 there. How would you have defined the effective date of the ordinance in that original version? I know it's been updated to reflect November 1st, 2026, but was that just an oversight, or?
Again, it wasn't an oversight. After the bill was originally filed, and it was filed with consideration of the Water Division and the Public Utility Director. After it was filed, and my memory is actually after it went through committee, you might remember we've had quite a bit of discussion with respect to water meters and how they're supplied. In my memory is that the utilities director asked for a date certain, so that he could make sure that the water division had plenty of water meters on hand. So the idea would be is that it was giving them a firm date by which to make sure they had plenty of equipment to install, should this bill pass.
Wonderful. That's all the questions that I had. Thank you for your time and for the committee's time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Alderman Cohn. Alderman Ryan?
No questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Alderwoman Sunier?
No questions.
Thank you. Alderman Devoti?
No questions.
I have no questions either, but I move to engross. I just found another thing. Can I see the engrossed copy? We actually, number is misspelled at the top. Is it misspelled on the engrossed copy? Number, board bill number.
Thank you. We'll correct that.
All right, so after have we decided, do people have, Madam Clerk, do you have I know Alderman Devoti said he deferred to you on the formatting. Do you feel that's a formatting issue, or is that in your mind to fix the numbering from sections 3 to 8 to be consistent?
Yeah, I can do it.
Okay, so we'll keep that as a formatting piece, and number on the top needs to be spelled correctly, and I believe everything else is in order.
Yes.
So I move that we I move that we engross Board Bill 28 after, once the spelling error is fixed and the formatting is made consistent.
Would it be, because I think the way that that's stated, it would mean that we would still have to engross it afterwards. So would you want to instead make the motion so that it's engrossed contingent upon the changes?
Yes, thank you, Alderman. So I move that it's engrossed contingent on fixing the misspelling and updating the formatting to be consistent.
Second.
Previous roll? Great. Okay, moving on to Board Bill 22.
And if, Chair Velazquez, if you give it just a second, we're putting
Okay.
out the amendments now.
So we'll have Board Bill 22 and then Board Bill 1 after this. Okay.
So we're saying to engross upon contingency, correct?
Contingent on,
Contingent on,
excuse me, contingent on making the formatting consistent with the numbering of the sections and spelling Board Bill number 28 on the top correctly on page 1.
thank you.
ready, but I don't have, if somebody has a summary? Because I can't say that a summary and bill text are formatted correctly without seeing a summary.
Or are you printing that summary for us?
Thank you. All right, it looks like we're ready to talk about Board Bill 22. Madam Clerk?
So I can start off with the summary. I see it needs to be as amended on the floor. So I will create a summary for that.
Okay, let's go in order. We'll add that to the next piece. But first, I want to
Oh, yes.
start with, thank you, Madam Clerk, that dates, figures, cross-references, and citations have both been reviewed by legal and the financial analyst for Board Bill 22?
Yes.
Okay. Amendments. Do I have the amendments for this? Somebody have the amendments for this? Can you walk us through the amendments for this bill? I don't.
I think they're still printing now.
Say that. Okay, thank you. Madam Clerk, would you like for us to take a recess? And so we can finish up on getting board bills 22 and 1 together? We've got one, we just want to make sure that everybody can vote these out.
Yes, ma'am, if possible.
Okay, or is there a way to put them in the drive, because we've got 2 folks who are going to virtually?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
It'll probably be easier, actually, but I can definitely print them out for the
Yeah,
clerk.
I think if we could get 1 on the drive so we could knock this out, I think we'd all would
Okay,
appreciate it that way.
absolutely. I will definitely put it in the drive. That'll be easier for.
Yeah, so we can take a
our-
5-minute recess. Do you want 5 minutes be sufficient?
If you can give me 10.
10, all right, 10-minute recess. We'll be back here at 3:51, 3:52. Can I get a motion to move? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
We are now back from our recess.
You took a motion to recess, so you have to take a motion to return back.
Thank you. I move to return from recess at 4:06 PM. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. All right, and we're back. And for those of you online, we're going to go through board bills 1 and 22. We're starting with 1 first. All of them are in the drive. Well, the board bills and the amendments are in the drive. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with board bill 1 and go through each amendment to see if they were added or incorporated correctly. Before we actually start that, Madam Clerk, can you just confirm that the dates, figures, cross-references, and citations have been reviewed by both legal and the financial analyst?
Yes.
For Bill 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And in the amendments here, do we know which ones passed that are in the drive that were incorporated?
All of them that are in the drive passed.
Okay, so all of them in the drive are incorporated. Okay, let's start at the bottom with Amendment 2 and Alderman Browning's amendment. Mr. Vice Chair, can you help me out here and just verify that, hold it up, that it is,
I'm sorry, what's the question?
if you can help me look through these since we're doing this one at a time.
I am.
I can pull up the amendment if you look at the bill, or if you got the bill, that's even better. That we added $200,046, it's been a long day. $246,956 have been added to the forestry general fund on page 32 of the board bill.
I actually don't see that.
Yeah, I guess my concern, clerk, is that some of these, because they were added and then they were revised in the version we passed today, I don't know how we show for that or make sure that that's in the bill.
I'm sorry, Chairman, what number are we on? I know we're on Board Bill 1. Which amendment?
We're on Amendment 2, but I'm saying, like, I know that there were some cuts. Some things were added and some things were cut, but not, and some things came back and some. Right, in the bill that we had today?
That is right.
So
And
I'm trying to figure out how that's reflected. How do we check that?
If you are the exhibits listed in the drive, if you go to the combined board bill, and at the end, the exhibits are listed.
so, Madam Chair, what you're doing is you're looking at the exhibit. And so with respect to Alderman Browning's, you're actually going to be looking at page 32 of the exhibit, which would be page 60 of the actual bill. But again, it is page 32 of the exhibit. And actually, because of how it runs over, it's going to be would be on page 33, so it would be page 61 of the bill in total. And it would, again, you're looking at the line item 56,600.
And we've no way, I am on the same page, right? Is there a way to see? So how do we see whether it was added? And then where will we go? Oh, I see. Go back to the right of it. Okay, so that does look like it is. And then,
So that has been correctly changed within the exhibit.
okay, gonna do this 12 more times, everybody.
Yes.
So that
It's
looks,
fine.
I'm going to just go through the committee real fast with each amendment. It looks correct to me. We are on page 61. Oh, I just lost this. 61 of the board bill as amended, board bill 1 as amended. Page 61 looks correct. It is, as Alderman Devoti said, it is the number 566000 for professional services, matches amendment 2 that is in the drive. Virtual alders, questions, concerns about this?
No questions.
Thank you.
No questions.
Thank you. Okay. So on to Amendment 3 from Alderman Browning. We can tag team this. Board Bill 1, page 32. This looks like there is an addition of 2 positions. I see this.
So here, Chair, you're looking at page 60 of the document. You're looking at page 60 of the document, which would be page 32 of the exhibit.
Page 60. And that is 240.
So again, nine different line items have been amended. It looks to me, based upon the first 8, or again, all on page 32, that those match up. The last, which would be on page 33, which is with respect to pay reserve, line 700002. That also appears to match up.
And Chairwoman, let me point out, this is the document 1 as amended in committee. This is the document that came directly from Paul Payne with all the amendments incorporated.
Right, because we didn't have any amendments on the floor today.
Correct.
Yes, I think we just want to make sure that everything.
Absolutely, absolutely. Because honestly, I haven't had a chance to go through it myself, so.
All right, so committee online amendment 3 from Alderman Browning looks to be correct. Any questions, concerns, thoughts? It's
No
on
questions.
page 60.
No questions.
Thank you, Alderwoman. Now we're on to your amendment, Amendment 4 from Alderwoman Senier. refers to Board Bill, page 85. It is an addition of a position in the CJC.
So here, with respect to reference, on the exhibit, we are looking at page 85. On the document, we are looking at page 113.
Page 113.
You're looking at the second column.
I see 8773978. All right, so it looks like we have Amendment 4 from Alderwoman Senier is in the bill, and it's accurate and updated. Questions, concerns, thoughts from the rest of the committee?
No questions.
Thank you. On to Amendment 5. This is in addition to the Senate Building Inspector. It says Board Bill, page 79. Alderwoman Senier.
Yes,
We have a question. We're looking at your amendment. You requested a building inspector too, correct?
correct.
Okay. The amendment, if I'm looking at it right now, and Alderman Devoti, correct me if I'm wrong, it looks like it still has the salary of a building inspector 1 in the actual numbers of the bill as amended.
You want me to get the amount for the building inspector too?
Well, we're wondering if they didn't put the amount in there because the numbers are off slightly. Thank you. Madam Clerk? So just looking at it, we're making an assumption. I think we need to see the amendments or add the amendments for E and A in the drive.
Chairwoman,
Because-
would you like me to verify with Paul Payne? The amount?
Well, maybe, but the issue is that we know that E and A, or I think, I didn't watch it, but E and A approved a building inspector too, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Okay, so the number we have, the amendment we have is for building inspector 1, but it looks like what's in the budget is for amendment 2. Or not amendment
Correct.
2, sorry. What's in the
Building
budget
inspector.
is for an inspector 2. The amendment is for an inspector 1 because that was your amendment. So there's a discrepancy between the amendments and the numbers in the bill, but that's because E&A's updates are not reflected in the materials that we have. Am I understanding that right? Did we get that right, Madam Clerk?
From my understanding, everything that was incorporated from the Budget Committee and E&A should be reflected in the bill in front of you.
Right, but what I'm saying is that we have, and that's what it looks like it is, there's no way for us without having what E&A updated.
And I
to-
wouldn't have that information. I
Okay,
don't-
well, I think that's probably something that we need to think about or get right now, just because it looks like it's correct, but there's just no way, because we didn't change it, E&A changed it, but we don't have what E&A changed in the drive. Okay. So let's hold off on approving Amendment 5 for now. Let's go to Amendment 6, which is also Alderwoman Sanye, not that you need to know, we're just going through the drive. And this is in addition to the Health Department. And Devoti has been masterfully finding the right spots in the bill. It is Board Bill, or page 131. It is the Local Use Tax Fund, and it is a proposed Health Department employee addition.
So here on the document on the drive, we're looking at page 159. So this would be page 131 of the exhibit or page 159 of the document. And this tracks.
All right, we're looking at page 159, as Alderman Devoti said, and it does appear to match the salary line for this amendment. It looks good from our end. Rest of the committee?
No questions.
Thank you. Moving on to Amendment 7 from Alderwoman Sanye. This, well, it's on page 101 of the board bill, but that, of course, we know it's not the actual page number for the bill. So this is a proposed cut, I believe, to fleet maintenance.
This matches.
Okay, this is, what page is that? 130?
So we're on page 130 of the document.
130 of the document, it appears that this change for Amendment 7 from Alderwoman Sanye is accurate. Any questions, comments from the rest of the committee members? Okay, moving on to Amendment 8, which is mine. 73 on the board bill, but
This would be page 101 of the document.
all right, looking at that number, it's this was one of the ones that also got changed.
Correct.
Okay, we're going to hold on reviewing Amendment 8 from me until we have what we have from E&A.
Sorry. Oh, what we're holding?
We're holding because some of these were revised by E&A. Another one that was revised by E&A. So now we're going on to Amendment 9 from Aldrich. And that is Airport Fund.
So here we're going to page 323 in the document. This also tracks.
All right, it looks like Amendment 9 from Alderman Aldrich is correct. Any comments, questions from the committee? All right, moving on to Amendment 10 from Alderwoman Sanye. This looks like reduces some money from professional services. Fund 1110, well, the general fund.
We're moving to page 123 of the document.
That must have been another change from E&A. Okay. All right, so we're holding on Amendment 10 from Sanye because that is also a number that it's also an amendment that got adjusted by E&A. Moving on to Amendment 11 from Aldrich. That's also in that same bucket. It's 11050. Still not the same number. I think all that's changed is the same bucket. I think we'll hold on Amendment 11 from Aldrich. It looks like part of what was adjusted by E&A.
Could you say that in the mic, Miss?
We're going to hold on Amendment 11 from Aldrich. That looks like it was also part of the same bucket that was revised by E&A. on to Amendment 12. It's some adjustments, looks like cutting to lead utility workers from the Streets Division.
Mm-mm.
Same with that one.
I don't believe so. We're looking at page 92 of the document.
Amendment 12 from Aldrich, we're also holding on. That was part of what was in the streets. It looks like part of that was updated from ENA. And then finally for
Madam Chair, it looks like we just got in our email something from Caitlin Smith with the administration regarding ENA.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. So Devotee's checking on Amendment 13, which may all be here in this ENA. This is the document that we had this morning from budget and that one.
So Amendment 13 is reflected on page 101 of the exhibit, or page 129 of the document, and it is correctly stated.
My apologies. What happened? What was the result of Amendment 12?
Amendment 12 we're holding because that's reflected in ENA's changes, and Amendment 13 is accurate.
Thank you.
So what we're going to do now, thank you, Alderman Narayan, and thank you, Ms. Ingracia, for getting us this document. Now we're going to go through and check if these numbers are accurate. And ENA.
Madam Chairwoman, Director Payne just wanted me to let you know that he is available if that will help to expedite time.
If he knows where all these pages are and knows which page numbers that we can verify them, I'd say please hop on or come down here. Otherwise, you'll have to hear Alderman Devoti and myself try and do this. Actually, I should say Alderman Devoti has been doing it very well, so I appreciate your help, Vice Chair.
You're welcome. Chair, if we're going back, I know that we need to look at 8, 10, 11, and 12, but I missed the first one. What?
I actually don't think we need to look at 8, 10. So we have 8, 10. So we have gosh, let me try this again. Amendment 4 from Sunier, Amendment 8 from myself, Amendment 11 from Aldrich, and Amendment 12 aren't reflective of the budget because there are updates to E&A. Now, what we need to do, and I am going to use 2 computers here, is check and see if what is in the bill, yes, unless Paul Payne wants to come down here and quickly just tell us where everything is. I feel like he probably knows it, where these things are in his sleep. Then that would help
I
us.
just sent him the link to legislation and rules, so we'll see if he hops on it.
Okay, thank you, Alderwoman.
Chair Velazquez, just to make sure we're on the same page, everyone is clear. So everything that's being held right now is going to be 5, 10, 5, 8, 10, 11, 12.
No, actually, I missed one. It's 4, 8, 10, 11, 12. And they're not being held. We just want to acknowledge that they don't accurately reflect the board bill because these were adjustments that were made in E&A. I see Alderman Aldrich has a hand up and has joined us.
Yes, I just got off the phone with Director Payne. He's on the way downstairs, so.
Thank you. This meeting is so fun. See, and nobody comes to legislation and rules, and now everybody's here. Maybe they don't want to be. I would say in the interim, if the clerk has time to start on 22, that's what I would do.
So instead of 5, we're going to do 4, correct?
Yes, but we just, I think in your notes, you just want to reflect that we look through these and they are not part of the engrossed bill because they were incorporated into different changes that E&A made, of which, do you have it's the same document that we used in budget this morning that Paul Payne shared with us? We're going to go through that and just use that and double check the bill now.
Okay.
Once he comes here, because by the time we find it, he'll probably be down
So
here.
then we'll just double check and we'll just.
Right, so those amendments are accurate, but they're not in the engrossed bill because there were revisions made in what E&A approved. And you have those same numbers, right? 4, 8, 10, 11, 12. You had one.
4, 8, 10, 11, 12. Correct.
Okay, probably should ask that earlier. But. You have not missed us at all today, Mr. Payne.
Hi. Good afternoon, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Director, and thank you for joining us for a late afternoon engrossment session.
Sure.
What we're trying to do, what we need your help with, is we're looking at the summary of changes that E&A made in the board bill that was perfected today.
Correct.
If you can help us find the actual page numbers so we can double check.
Okay, there should, on the page numbers that are reflected on the actual amendments refer to Board Bill 1, the page numbers in Board Bill 1.
Right.
So those you should be able to check those pages. But what it's doing is basically saying these amounts are changing by a specific dollar amount.
So we need to go to page 32, like, for example, on the first one for general fund and forestry.
Which ones are you looking for?
Well, the first would be Amendment 4.
Amendment, which one?
Well, hold on, I think we're talking about 2 different. Are we?
No, it's good.
So these, you can't see it. when you have on page 2 of what you sent over in today's packet,
Yes.
these, starting on page 2 is the changes that were incorporated into Board Bill 1, is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so can you help us literally find the page number? So the numbers, conveniently, the numbers are different in the PDF than they are in the page number. So why Board Bill 1 says page 32, it's not actually page 32. That's correct.
Okay.
They're two different. So we just want to verify that what we have in the bill,
Okay.
you have on this page,
Sure.
and
So if you go through each one of these, now one thing that may throw you is that when you do an amendment, you'll have, each amendment is sort of self-sustaining. So you can't, when you propose one, we have what the beginning dollar amount and the ending dollar amount. Basically, you focus on the change because let's say you adopt one amendment, one item, and don't adopt the other, then if your amendment's written to presuppose the passage of an earlier one, so in effect, what you're looking at is what's the total dollar change to the budget in that change column, that third column there. And if you look at it, Forestry Division, item number 1 on the list, if you look at those dollar amounts, its budget went up by $248,956.
right, and what we're trying to do is find and make sure that that change is reflected in the board bill that we have.
Okay, and it should be in the exhibits that you see. The original board bill, total amount for the building division, the forestry division, was $11,448,198, and it is now. Let me see. Oh, this is my old, this is my old one. No, I'm sorry. That number didn't change because there was a reduction in the contractual, I'm sorry. There was an increase in the salaries, but there was a reduction in the contractual services. So if you look at the personal services, it went up to 9,191,298, but the professional services went down to 1,386,396. And those differences are 246, so that was $246,956 that was reduced in the contractual service line, but increased in the professional service, in the personal services account.
Can I ask a question? Okay. What we're trying to do today is to make sure that the amendments that passed either out of Budget Committee or that passed out of E&A that were approved on the floor today are accurately reflected in this particular board bill.
Correct.
For the vast majority, we have been able to do that without any issue.
Okay.
There are 5 that have caused us a little bit of a hiccup.
Okay.
Because we were missing within the documents easily accessible to us.
Okay.
What E&A did.
Okay.
And those amendments had to do, they were 4, 8, 10, 11.
Which are not amendments that you necessarily have because those were amendments submitted by all to E&A.
Okay, so from this sheet, you're saying item 4?
No. So I think we're all a little.
No.
I think it's a little confused. So let me just back up if I can jump in.
Let me just finish a thought.
Okay. Yes.
Because we have received a 21-page document from the mayor's office that summarizes the E&A changes. And with respect to, if we're looking at page 2, for instance, there is an item with respect to the City Justice Center.
Yes.
Which was originally, there was an attempt to amend with respect to the Budget Committee. That was Amendment 4. There was a change made in E&A. And as we are looking at page 2 of the document, the reference to page 85 within the exhibit, for instance, those match up line for line.
Okay.
So I think we're kind of all trying to say the same thing. So I'm looking on the general fund for forestry. We have total for salary regular employees, 5,026,834. That is what I see on this total for personal services for salaries overtime, which that means that everything that is the correct number.
Yes.
Okay, I know this is,
And
this
the
is,
actual bottom line number for forestry would not have changed because that was an offset reduction in the contractual services.
okay, perfect. Then for members of the committee, it looks like item 1 from the proposed changes to E&A is correct. I'm gonna just say quiet means no questions, and then we will move on to the general.
Excellent.
Thank you. I'll take that from you, Alderman. The next part is the City Justice Center. That's number 2, and we're looking to make sure our total number or our numbers are correct. I think that was an addition. Do you know if, this is where you're going to tell us about what changed and what didn't change?
Now, that was an increase to the Justice Center budget. It went up by that $76,735.
So that was a change of, so that accurate number, I'm not as good as math as you are, Paul. So, Mr. Payne, so I
That's all right.
see
Yeah, so if you,
8,773,978.
yeah, so the original budget and the original board bill was $33,957,362, and now it is $34,034,097.
Let me look at that number, because does that look right to you, Alderman Devoti? My computer's a little bit.
Yes.
Okay, committee, it looks like we verified item 2 of the document from E&A. Taking silence.
Wonderful.
Thank you. I was going to say I'll take silence, but I'll take compliment. Or validation, I'll take that. Okay, now going to number 3 it is a mix of, like the building division. What number should I be looking at that is accurate for this, Mr. Payne?
Okay, with the building division, it's going to be a little bit more complicated because you've got 2 amendments that were responses to the committee, and then it also had a portion of their IT funds moved out in response to that amendment for the sheriff, which is down in that lower half. So the building division total change was 59,411, 68,08, it's 120 plus 232,514. 12. So let me get to that page. Yes, so it's down by 112,000 in total, even though you've had the additions. Remember, we moved some funds to that special fund, which offset that. So in the original Board Bill 1, the total was $11,156,322, and in Board Bill 1 as amended, it's $11,044,027. And we added to a special fund, the IT fund, which was not in Board Bill 1, $232,514.
So you said department total is how much?
In the general fund, it's $11,044,027.
Okay, and is there any other place that I should look to double check these changes? You said IT.
Yes, there was another cost center, and it's that special fund cost center, and it's Fund 1111, and it's cost center 620.
And that is in
It was, let's see here. What number was that? 13. 620,015, Fund 1111, because that was not in the original Board Bill 1, but is now in the Board Bill 1 as amended, in the amount of $232,514 in a computer and text system development line item, 5600.
Computer, you said computer, sorry.
Yes, Fund 1111,
11.
Center 620,015, and it's the only line item there.
620,015. Okay, and that's the 232,514?
Correct. That's where that move went. Yes.
All right, so committee, that should take care of that. We have verified. If we're looking at the E&A document, that is number 3, that addresses the building inspector 2, and that also is item 4, that addresses the environmental health of the 13G position, and then that also, that should take care of both of those, right, Mr.
Yes,
Payne?
13C and D.
Okay, perfect. All right, moving on to, I'm kind of doing this.
Magnificent.
Thank you. We're gonna use all your adjectives today, Alderman. Number 5, fire department.
Correct. So that was a transition from the per performance position they had requested originally to full-time. And that was a net increase of 44,721. So you'll see a decrease in their per performance budget, but an increase in their salary and benefits. And so the total budget previously was $77,994,140. Oh, this is going to get complicated because we got the pay raise in there too. So let me back up.
Okay, so can we just, it looks like the number for this original, the change for the salaries on number 5 is correct.
Okay.
And then we're moving to, yes, let's talk about, let's just stay with fire, because I don't know, is that change you're talking about, that's change 5?
Yeah, in fire, that's going to, again, another multiple issue here. So you've got the increase of that conversion of the per performance to full-time, and that was 44,721, the net increase, okay? But then we also did the increase related to the pay. Now, in that, portion of that was in the special fund, but the $1 million increase was related to that portion that which we took from police. So that would be $1 million added to that. So in total, the fire department's budget in the general fund should be up by $1,044,721. That was both the raises as well as the per performance conversion. So if you look at the original Board Bill 1, it was $77,994,140.
And now that is 79,038,862?
That's correct.
Okay,
That's what adds the million and the 44,000.
So I just want to note for the clerk and for the committee that the $1.5 million isn't in this, it's not, is it in this 21-page document that you provided to us this morning? It's not, is it?
What's that?
The moving of the 1.4 million to the fire department, is that somewhere?
It is. The other move, which is it didn't affect the bottom line, but it is there. It's Fund 1111, at the very next page, the GEMT fund, and it was a move between two accounts. We talked about the equipment, the fleet capital equipment, which was 2.6 million, is now 2.2 million, and the salary, which was 3.8 million, is now 4.2 million.
So we've been going on, I think, I just want to make sure, I'm going on the item by item number, not the 1415.
Sure.
So we went from item number 5, And is what you just described in a different item number?
Well, it's because 5 is fire department, and if you're comparing the bottom lines, then you have to take the other fire department one. It's similar to the one we just did with building, because it's got multiple amendments.
Sure.
So 5 with the fire department. If you do the fire department, you're dealing with 3 different ones. Number 5, number 14A, and 14B. Now, 5 and 14A are both general fund. And that was that $1,044,000 increase in their bottom line we just confirmed, right?
Yes. Okay.
14B is not a change in the bottom line budget. It's a move between 2 line items with the budget. So the overall budget didn't change, but if you look at Fund 1111, item Center 611001, you will see the move between the 2 line items of fleet services and salaries.
Okay, thank you for clarifying that. So for committee, we just addressed item 5 on this list, and then items 14A, B, and C, correct?
We haven't talked about C yet.
Say, okay, 14A and B. Anybody have questions on those? Those are accurate.
Tremendous.
Thank you. Okay. Mr. Payne, you can either talk about 14C or go back to 6.
Yeah, go back up to 6.
Okay.
Okay, now 6 and 7 should be easy, because what those are is that's a reversal of the reductions. Remember, we talked about restoring the reductions that the budget committee did. And so basically, the original proposal was to take $110,000 from the street division and worth a number of positions, and twice we were going to take $316,000 out of equipment services. Well, we kept one of the cuts for equipment services in, but the second one was restored. So what 6 and 7 are doing is negating the cut that was recommended by the budget committee. So if you have a cut and then an add, those two cancel each other out. And so there is no change from the board bill's perspective. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm just trying to find out what page it is literally on. I'm looking at page 92, and you're saying that it should still be...
So 514, which is the street division, did not change. That's 11,724.
And that total is 11,724,976.
Right. That's an unchanged number.
Okay. And number 7.
Okay, 7, again, similar result, but...
Oh, committee, we good with number 6? Sorry, apologies. Okay, I'll get an adjective from Alderman Cohn next. Thank you. Okay, moving on to 7. Sorry, thank you, Mr. Payne.
Okay, now 7, we negated one of the cuts, but now another one of the cuts did stand. And so, where was that? That was, yeah, see down below where you've got that negative, there were 2 similar cuts, and we negated one of them, but the other one held. So equipment services should be down by $316,675. So if you look at the original budget of equipment services, $6,531, and if you deduct 316.
16,753,770.
Wait a minute, let's do this again. It was, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong budget here. 17,070,445 minus the 316. Yes, 16,753,770.
Okay, great. That committee item number 7 from the E&A document is correct.
Superb.
Thank you. Moving on to item number 8, Mr. Payne.
Yes, that was the right to counsel line item. Now, the bulk of the right to counsel was in the use tax fund, but this was into the, I believe, the general fund. So the original budget for Human Services was $2,241,716. And so the new one is get this. The new total is $2,316,716.
All right, that is correct on, that is the same information we have on page 154, or I'm sorry, 124. So committee that satisfies or confirms item number 8. On to item number 9, which is neighborhood stabilization, or for you, Mr. Payne, Fund 1301.
Yeah, that was a personnel change. It had no change in budget, Board Bill 1.
Okay. Is the committee good with that?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. On to number 10, mailroom service, mailroom
Okay, that is the that is
2101.
Internal Service Fund. It's for the mailroom. And if you look at that budget, it's 172. You can see just by looking at it, it was missing some non-personal service accounts because the total budget was $426,394. And the additions, the omissions were 366,000. So 366.
792,394.
Yes, 792,394.
All right, committee that verifies item 10. On to item number 11, Fund 1208, capital improvement sales tax.
Yes, now that also is no change to the budget, but it does incorporate your exhibits for each ward account of like Exhibit H, which is the half-cent capital.
Committee verified that, we're good?
No questions.
Okay, moving on to item number. Thank you. Item number 12A, we have Police Park Rangers.
Yes, this was related to the move to contractual services for recreation. So it affected 2 departments. So there was a salary savings reduction made within the police department's park ranger budget, and that would be Department 650,002, or Center 650,002. The original budget there was 2347934, which then we reduced by 383,670. So what's with a net result being total budget of $1,964,264.
That is what we have, committee. That
Okay.
satisfies 12A. Questions?
None.
All right. 12B, Mr. Payne,
Yes.
Recreation Division.
That is the corresponding increase in the recreation that was just offsetting the reduction we just made. So that was, again, let me see, that was, if you look at 213, original budget was 1,826,623, and the addition was 332,514. Let's see, 2,158. Nope, that's what am I doing wrong here? I have the right one. Oh, 383. Oh, it's 383,670. That's 12B. 383,670. Enter. It was 1,826,623. 253. That's 2209923. Should be the
And that
final
is
number.
what I have, committee members, on, I cannot tell what page I'm on, but that is what is in the bill. Questions, concerns?
None. Page 31.
All right, page 31. Thank you, Vice Chair. And then Mr. Payne on to 13A, which is Sheriff.
Yes, those are to adjust the pay adjustments. And on 315, if you look at 315 budget, originally 12,795, 541, and there was an addition of 332, 514. So the new total would be 13,128,055.
Is that what you have, Devoti?
Yes.
All right, that is what we have, committee. We have verified 13A. 13B.
Okay, that was just one of the funding items for that amendment did, and that's in Department 190 or Center 190. And the original total was $33,589,993, and it should be $100,000 less.
And that is what we have on page 55.
Okay.
Committee questions? No? And then, Mr. Payne, now we're on to 13C.
These are the two that we had already talked about with the building division. That portion of the IT funds that were moved to that special fund.
Perfect. Then I think, unless I'm missing anything, I think we've gone through.
Except 14C, which was
14C.
that $1 million. And again, on the police department, that was in that one judgment account. Their budget going in, I'll reference the single line item because we already did one, which was well, actually, no, this should be correct because that was Marshall's, or the park rangers. So going in, it was 159, 317, 977, and you subtract $1 million from that, and you get 158, 317, 977.
Is that what you have?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that gets us through the E&A items. Any questions from the committee?
None.
None. Thank you, Mr. Payne, for coming to do a not quite emergency testimony, but thank you for your help this afternoon. We would have been here a lot longer without you.
No, I appreciate your due diligence, so thank you.
Thank you.
That last item was 14A, right?
14C.
14C? Thank you.
Okay. So committee, let me go back. I have so many papers and checklists. Okay. For Board Bill 1, we have definitely checked to see if amendments have been incorporated, rejected, and are omitted. We have gone through and checked if they've been incorporated accurately. Did anybody see any errors with section numbering?
I did not.
Cone? I'll take that silence. No. I believe we've just gone through a little treasure hunt of seeing that the exhibits and attachments are properly incorporated. Say yes. And it appears that the summary and bill text are formatted correctly. I'm going to say yes. Any questions, thoughts, concerns about the engrossment process for Board Bill, or everything that we've just gone through for Board Bill 1?
None.
No questions.
Thank you. With that, I move to engross Board Bill 1.
So moved.
Second.
Previous roll. I'm sorry. Board Bill 1, I withdraw my motion. Withdraw your second.
I withdraw my second.
Second, I move to engross Board Bill 1 as amended in committee.
Second.
Previous roll.
So, Madam Clerk, motion by me, seconded by the Alderwoman of the 7th. Previous roll. All right, with that, our final bill. It is Board Bill 22, the Rams bill that we've been waiting all our life for. That's a joke. I should stop trying to not be funny right now. Board Bill 22 as amended on the floor. Now we have Madam Clerk back for this section. Thank you again, Madam Clerk. Can you please let us know if the dates, figures, cross-references, and citations have been of Board Bill 22 as amended on the floor have been reviewed by both the legal department and our financial analyst before arriving for engrossment?
Yes.
Okay, great. Can you walk us through the past amendments that have been incorporated, rejected, haven't been incorporated, I'm sorry, and if we just want to make sure that the rejected amendments stay rejected and are not in this bill?
Okay, if you go to Amendment 1, that was introduced by Alderwoman Schweitzer.
So we are all in our favorite new folder in the drive, looking at Amendment 1 from Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Mhm. So you see on your red copy, the red line copy, I'm not sure if that's in a drive for the committee, but we can make sure that's in the drive.
So it says, beginning on page 13, line 12, after the words, quote, "there is hereby appropriated a sum of," end quote, strike out the words and figures, quote, $30 million and $0 $100. Sorry, it's weird, I've never said that out loud. End quote, and in lieu of, insert the following words and figures, $40 million and $100, $40 million. Does that look correct? Madam Clerk or Alderman Devoti? For Board Bill 1, or Amendment 1 from Alderwoman Schweitzer?
So that'll be on page 14, Alderman.
13, line 12.
Looks correct.
That's correct. Okay, to amend said Board Bill Exhibit A. Would you prefer that I read these aloud? Is this helpful, or we could do?
Yes, that's
okay.
fine, because I get to look for them.
Okay. After the words reserves, strike out the following words and figures, 25 million, and insert the following words and figures, 15 million, to amend said Board Bill, page 1, line 2, as follows. Beginning on page 1, line 2, after the words, quote, strike out the following words and figures, quote, $230 million and $0 end quote, and insert the following words and figures, $240 million and $0 These amendments were not meant to be read out loud, clearly.
Alderwoman,
Bedtime story.
I'm sorry, Velazquez, do you have the exhibits in the drive?
Do we have the exhibits in the drive? For my co-pilot over here, we have the amendments.
I do not see the exhibits.
I don't see the exhibits in the drive either.
I have it on my desktop. If we can skip over the exhibits, and then I can pull it off my desktop and email it to the committee.
Sure. I think, we do want to double check. So two things. If you certify that if you can testify here and say that the exhibits are there.
Yes.
I'm okay with that. I think we want to just make sure that these amendments have been incorporated accurately.
Yes.
So however you want to do that, Madam Clerk, I am fine with.
Absolutely.
So it looks like we verified that Amendment 1 is accurate and has been incorporated. Is that what I hear?
Yes.
Okay. Committee questions?
None.
None.
Okay. We are, the amendments are in a bit of a different order on, well, I guess we'll go through.
Right, because some was amended in committee and some was amended on the floor.
Do you have the amendments in front of you?
Yes.
Would you just prefer, because they're in a different order on
Yes,
our
yes.
drive, so it might be easier for you to go through them and we follow you?
Absolutely. So did we do the last of Alderwoman Schweitzer's, beginning on page 1, line 2? Where we're
Yes.
striking out 230 million? And we're inserting 240 million. That's on page 1 of the board bill. Should be in the, if it's in front of you on the red copy.
Yes.
Okay. And then we'll go to amendment 3.
From Alderman Cone. Any, well, I heard from, go ahead.
So we go to page 20. It may or may not be on page 20 because once we incorporate all the amendments, it'll shift the line numbering.
It's on page 21 of ours
Yes.
because it has everything, the 10 million and 0 hundredths dollars. That looks correct to me. For the Amendment 3, number 1. And then I see amendment, or number 2 on this. It is on page 22 of our red line copy. That is insert vacant property stabilization and abatement.
Yes.
That looks correct to me. Number 3,
Looks like it's at the bottom of that page.
yes, it looks like it's on page 22 in the red line version. I'm just reading. Those words all look correct to me, and those a lot. I assume, I'm just going to ask, it's in a different font in the red line version, so I assume that in the actually engrossed version, it is.
Yes, ma'am.
It is not this font.
Absolutely.
Okay. Sometimes you could take the person out of the newsroom, but never in the newsroom out of the person. All right, so committee, it looks like item 3 on Amendment 3 is correct as well. I hear otherwise. And Madam Clerk, it looks like we're on item 4 of Amendment 3, which is adding administration authority for contracts. I'm not saying out loud.
Before the words. So it's supporting the acquisition. It's on page 23, line 3. That paragraph supporting the acquisition stabilization.
Yes, that looks accurate to me.
Well, I do have a question about that.
Yes.
So we're talking about adding a phrase before administration and authority. I see the phrase. In the red line copy, that phrase is actually italicized. I'm with you there. It ends with nuisance properties, period. And then in the red line version, in red type but not italicized, is a sentence beginning procuring goods and services. Where is that coming from?
It could be in another amendment. That's the only thing.
Understood.
Oh, yes, it's in Amendment 5,
Yep.
or item 5 of this amendment. Quote, procuring, insert the procuring goods and services compensating staff and incurring other administrative costs, ... Providing that such costs do not exceed the fund balance, exceed 5% of the fund balance on an annual basis. So,
Okay, so then we've got subsection A. So I'm looking at the amendment. It ends with nuisance properties, and then it's got subsection A. But again, in our redlined version, that is before, or that is after administration and authority for contracts and expenditures for the vacancy reduction fund. Should that phrasing not be together?
Yes, I think it should be under the procuring goods. That should be an A, and then the eligible, and then the administration should be after that, if that makes sense.
so it looks like, and I'm only looking at the red line copy.
Mhm.
It feels like administration authority for contracts just needs a line break and it needs to be bumped down. So it's another, is that what it
Right,
needs to be?
right.
Yeah, so it should be the beginning of A, or
Correct.
is that how it is on, does somebody have an engrossed copy I can look at? So it should be, so we just want to make sure, I would say that, that should, let me figure out how to say this. Numeral 3 or subpoint 3 should start with administration authority for contracts and expenditures for the vacancy reduction fund. It's correct, I think it's correct in the engrossed copy. So it's not just kind of hanging out there.
Okay,
So I think it's just our version.
I see it.
Does anybody have any questions about sections? A good question, Alderman Devoti. Anybody else have anything about that part of section item 4 and amendment 3? Okay. Madam Clerk, you've still got, we're on number 5 of amendment 3?
And I think we covered that. That's the procuring goods services. That should have been before the administration and authority contracts
Okay.
on the page 23.
All right, should we move on to, and we're going to go through, you said all the exhibits are on your drive, but
Yes.
you've reviewed them. Okay, is that it for Amendment 5?
Yes.
Amendment 3? I apologize. Okay.
Oh, let me make sure. Hold on. Oh, it's a page. I'm sorry. On the other page. So we added a new section 4.
We're still on, do we move
It's
on?
on the other page. I'm sorry. We're still on Alderman Combs.
Okay, so we're on item 5, which is section 4,
Yeah, give me just a second.
or item 5, which is the vacant litigation trust fund.
Right. Number 5. Just a second. Do y'all see section 4? Do we?
I see the vacancy litigation fund right here on page 25 that we're on, and then
Let's see. If we go to page 25, and I think that I have to, I guess this is under section 4, line 5, the vacancy litigation trust fund. Okay, and you'll see the verbiage for that stopping at successor statutes.
I see. Right, I see number 5, and then I'm not looking, I can't see the amended exhibit, but 5 looks correct.
Right.
Okay,
There does appear to be a formatting issue, but I guess that is
Yes.
something that can get corrected, right?
Yes.
well, because, yeah, it's only formatted copy, not the engrossed copy. Okay. And the final one is in the exhibit, this.
Right.
Okay, so, anybody have any questions on Amendment 3 to Board Bill 22 as amended on the floor?
No.
Knowing that we cannot address Exhibit A currently?
No.
Okay. You, all right,
Exhibit number 4, I'm sorry, amendment number 4. That's introduced by Alderman Browning. So it's directing us to page 14 and 6. Let's see. And this is on page 15. And it is instructing us to strike out the following words and figures. Number 2, water infrastructure fund as interdepartmental loan. And you'll see that entire section was scratched out.
I see that. And it looks like Amendment 2 is, or Amendment 4 is accurately reflected in this bill. Questions, concerns from the committee?
No.
No questions?
Thank you, Alderwoman.
If we can go to Amendment 10.
Amendment 10 from Alderwoman Schweitzer.
Yes, ma'am. Page 28, line 6. That's not going to be it. And this amendment After the word such public work, Alderwoman Schweitzer would like to insert section 7 titled Private Partnership Reporting. And that's on page 37.
30 what?
37.
37.
Mhm.
Looks like Amendment 10 is accurate with the exception of, we don't have the exhibits in front of us, but Madam Clerk says that all the exhibits are in order. This refers to Exhibit B.
Yes.
Committee have any questions? Amendment 10?
No.
No.
Nope.
Thank you.
And I know we're jumping all around, but amendment number 9 by
Okay.
Schweitzer.
We are going to Amendment 9 from Alderwoman Schweitzer. It is amending page 18, line 19 in the copy, but not the red.
We're striking out the figures recreation center projects, and that's on page 20.
That looks accurate to me. Questions from the committee on Amendment 9?
No.
No questions.
Oh, yep.
Oh, okay. So if you go to
Which amendment?
Alderman Narayan's amendments, the only one that passed of Alderman Narayan's amendments were,
We're talking about, so I just, you're as amended,
oh, okay.
it
I take-
says amended in committee, but they were amended on the floor. These are floor amendments, right, with Narayan?
Correct.
Okay, they're labeled in the drive.
Okay, we can jump to, you're right, we're jumping the one on the floor. We'll stay in the committee. So we'll go to amendment number 5.
That's Alderman Aldrich.
Yes.
Amending the bill, page 22, line 11. And it struck out the first version of Downtown Revitalization Fund and inserted neighborhood, downtown neighborhood, that's a new word for it, implementation fund, in section 5.
one I see that's struck out. Let me make sure it's not on another amendment striking it out. Give me just a second.
In the old. Clerk, as I look at the former Section 5, there are parts that are stricken, and I'm looking at the red line version, but then there are others that are not. Can you explain? Because I also see then where we begin, and I'm looking at the red line version, beginning on page 31, I can see Section 5, the Downtown Neighborhood Plan Implementation Fund. Can you, what am I missing? Why are there some of the former Section 5 that are not stricken?
Okay, give me just a second. Let me go through it and make sense of it myself.
I'm looking at the non-red line version, and it looks like all of the former Section 5 is redacted, that it is stricken. Is that just maybe a matter where some of it was, the strike language wasn't placed in the red line version?
And I'm looking at the ones that's not marked, so I'm checking that now. Okay, it looks like the entire Section 5 was, he wanted to strike the entire Section 5, which is on page 25. And then we added a new Section 5 on 31.
The new Section 5, instead of being called, the new Section 5, just to clarify for people following along at home, has the Downtown Neighborhood Plan Implementation Fund, and that's where it starts off, as opposed to the previous version that had the Downtown Revitalization Fund.
So Alderman Aldridge wanted to strike the entire, bless you,
Bless you.
the entire section.
Yes, clerk, so I'm looking at the clean version, and it appears to me that the clean version is consistent with the alderman's amendment that was passed. And the red line simply has portions that don't have strike-through language that in the final bill are correct. So I believe we are in good shape. So I appreciate your patience as I would.
No problem. We're all working through it, so
Yes.
I appreciate the committee's patience as well, and the staff.
All right, so it looks like that is Amendment 5, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions in addition to what Devoti just asked for Amendment 5? Okay, and just before we go further, Clerk, I just want to make sure we've gone through amendment 1 from Schweitzer, 3 from Cohn, 4 from Browning,
I'm sorry, I'm sorry, can you?
1 from Schweitzer, 3 from Cohn,
Yes,
4 from Browning,
yes.
5 from Aldrich. That's the one we just did. And 10 from Schweitzer.
Yes.
Correct, and that's all I don't want to say that's all, it's a lot, but that's all, that's what we've,
And 9.
and 9. Okay, so I didn't want to miss any. Okay, and 9 from Schweitzer. Okay, please continue.
Board Bill 11 by Alderwoman Sanye.
You mean Amendment 11 for Board Bill 22?
Yes.
Amendment, is there an Amendment 11 in here? I don't see it. I have an Amendment 15 from, but that's as amended in committee. I see an am I missing it? Is there?
There is no 11.
We have no 11.
Right, because it wasn't no 11.
Okay.
It's no 11. We just printed all the amendments out. That was the one about the affordable.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're still outstanding 2, if I can do my counting here. 6. We don't have Amendment 6. 7. 8. And yes, those are all the ones that we have left for regular amendments, not as amended in committee, or not as labeled as, and what is labeled as amended in committee was amended on the floor.
Right.
So the ones that we have left for, the ones that were actually amended in committee are 2, 7, and 8. I don't see a 6 on there, unless anybody else see a 6? No, so we have Amendment 2 from Aldrich, Amendment 7 from Saunier, and Amendment 8 from Aldrich remaining.
I'm sorry, you said what's remaining, 2, 7, and 8?
2, 7, and 8.
Okay. So if we go to Amendment 2,
From Alderman Aldrich.
page 5, line 1. He's striking out 79 million and inserting 89 million.
Clerk Rogers,
Yes.
what did you say the last time? We couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
It's-
This is on page 5, line 1. We're striking out 75 million and inserting 89 million.
That looks correct.
Page 6, line 4. After the words, there is hereby appropriated the sum of, we're striking out 70 million and inserting 78 million.
That appears correct to me.
Page 7, line 3. After the words, there is hereby appropriated the sum of, we're striking out 5 million, inserting 7 million.
That also looks correct to me. And
And-
then there's an amendment to the exhibit. Looks like we've double checked everything in Amendment 2. Any questions?
No questions.
All right, we just have 7 and 8 from the amended in committee list.
This is Alderwoman Sanye. And it's instructing us page 22, line 1 as follows, beginning on page 22, line 1. The words business to downtown area, strike out the following words and figures. All interest, let's find that, 22.
Help me orient here. What section are we under?
It's saying page 22, I'm not sure the section, give me that. Section 5.
Section 5.
Section 5, line 11, page 22 or 28 is where it begins.
No. It's under A2.
It's in the engrossed copy. All interest earned.
So if you go to page 26. On the marked copy of the document, if you go to page 26, you'll see it.
Where do you see business in the downtown area?
That's where. I think the confusion is
Yes.
that it appears, I don't have a previous version that, let me look. I have so many. Can I see your page 23? So I think Alderman Devoti caught something. So business to the downtown area doesn't exist in the engrossed copy. The words where this amendment 7, it starts on section 4, and it starts with all interest earned on funds held in the downtown revitalization fund, ... This whole paragraph looks correct, but what precedes it is a sentence that on the engrossed copy is on page 23 that says funds held in the downtown neighborhood plan implementation fund may be expended only as provided under this ordinance. So I think what we're saying is that this, on number 4, it says all interest earned on funds held in the downtown revitalization fund should be allocated annually to the long-term tornado recovery fund until July 2030. That is accurate. All interest earned on or after July 30th and all repayments made on loans from the passage of this ordinance shall be retained in its original sub-account within the downtown revitalization. This is actually inaccurate because on this amendment, it says downtown, on the engrossed copy, it says downtown neighborhood plan implementation fund until appropriate according to provisions of this ordinance. In the amendment, it says downtown revitalization fund. I know we cut and changed section 5, so I think amendment number 7 is inaccurate.
Okay.
So I don't know what got caught. Oh, I'm sorry, I don't know what got cut. The lines business to the downtown area don't exist, so I don't know if another sentence got cut that wasn't supposed to be, or if it was just supposed to start. I'm looking at the engrossed copy, not the red line copy. On page 24 that says subpoint, it says 4, numeral 4, period, all interest earned on in the downtown I'm sorry, y'all, I can't talk. Revitalization fund shall be allocated annually. Seems to be accurate, except that we call it the Downtown Revitalization Fund on 1, and then we call it within the Downtown Neighborhood Plan Implementation Fund on line 5. So amendment number 7 somehow, some way is incorrect. And we would, yes. Your computer might. You want some else?
So, Alderwoman, are you saying the copy that you have in front of you is correct?
None of the copies are correct.
Okay.
So I think we probably need to check in with Alderwoman Sunier before Friday to see what is accurate, because it refers, there's 2 inaccuracies. One, after the words business to the downtown area doesn't exist in the copy. That's error 1. I think the other error is that it refers to both the Downtown Revitalization Fund and the Neighborhood Plan Implementation Fund in the same paragraph. So is it the Downtown Revitalization Fund, or is it called the Neighborhood Plan Implementation Fund? So I think that needs clarification, probably from the amendment sponsor and the bill sponsor, to clarify what's accurate.
So we just need clarification on Alderwoman Sonier's amendment.
Yeah, and then we'll probably need an amendment on the floor to update it, because some things, either that business to downtown area didn't exist, or another sentence accidentally got cut and disappeared, but I don't.
Well, I can check. It's probably an error on our part. So.
Okay, you still need to check with the bill sponsor to see what that fund is actually called.
Okay.
Because remember, they changed section 5 to be from revitalization fund to neighborhood implementation fund. And so I don't know what is correct.
So for clarification, one more time, so I can be clear as well, we're trying to make sure that, is it downtown revitalization or is it neighborhood planning implementation? Correct?
Yes, Madam Clerk, it refers to, it calls the fund two different names in that amendment. So we need to clarify which one.
Which one?
And then I think we need to verify where that amendment was supposed to begin, because I don't see we don't see anything where it was supposed to be proceeding. That line doesn't exist. So did we accidentally cut something that was important, or did we just have something extra in the amendment?
So right now, on line 20, page 22, line 21, she says to strike out the following words and figures: all interest earned on funds. Well, no, words business to the downtown area.
Don't exist.
And on there,
Aren't in the bill.
okay,
So something got cut or something got added accidentally, but
okay.
that we just don't know.
So that doesn't exist on the engrossed copy, correct?
It does not exist. The business, sorry, the computer just died. The business, that line does not exist in the engrossed copy, but it refers to two different things, plan names in the engrossed copy, and there was an extra strike through. It actually has downtown revitalization, which is struck out, neighborhood plan implementation fund. So in the engrossed copy, so it's probably not the downtown revitalization neighborhood plan and implementation fund, but it's wrong. In either case, it's wrong. What's right, I do not know.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Heggs. Okay, while I'm rebooting, I think we have, that was Amendment 7, Madam Clerk. I'm going to ask my colleague here we're on Amendment 8 as to go through that since my computer died. Yes.
You want me to take over?
Yes.
So Clerk, if we could pull up Amendment 8, please. And if you could walk us through that.
Board Bill 8 was introduced by Alderman Aldridge, and it directs us to page 27, line 21. And we're striking out revitalization fund and inserting downtown neighborhood planning implementation fund.
And that has been done, has it not?
We're finding it now. Yes, sir. Let's see.
So I think, looking at this, might be what we were just talking about.
So it looks like it will be the downtown neighborhood plan implementation fund.
So then we'll need to fix that. We'll just need to strike or remove that strike out of the revitalization, the word revitalization.
And that was for amendment number 7.
Right, so that corrects. So I think we just need to double check for Amendment 7 that whatever words preceded it don't actually exist. And then I think you're correct, Ms. Heggs, that Amendment 8 fixes Amendment 7.
Mm-hmm.
Should have read ahead.
Are we okay with 8?
Committee, are we okay with 8, knowing that 7 still needs to be revised?
8 is fine.
8 is great. Okay. Well, a Muppet said that.
So we'll go to as amended. in committee,
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Madam Clerk.
and Alderman Alderman Narayan.
Narayan.
Only 7 and 8 of his amendments were adopted. Well, no, that's the only 2 that were adopted. One of them failed. And that's changing the revitalization to the neighborhood plan implementation.
Does that look correct to you, Alderman?
Yes.
And Amendment 8 looks correct to you?
Yes.
I've lost my pages.
And I made sure also Clerk Rogers and Chair Velazquez, we're saying that number 7 now is correct, except for the portion where they was talking about the business portion at the bottom of it on line 21. So we corrected the name as far as striking out revitalization, or we're going to make sure it's the neighborhood plan
Implementation, yes.
implement.
That is correct.
But the other portion as far as the business on line 21, that needs to still be corrected. Am I correct?
So yes, line 5 of the engrossed copy, page 24, revitalization is still in there, but it's struck out, so that just needs, and that's more of a formatting thing than content. And then page 24, line 5, oh, same thing. So yes, we struck out.
But then that portion where it says business to the downtown area, you said it didn't exist. You don't know if it was
Still
struck
doesn't
off?
exist. No, because that's before this. I would, yeah, so it looks like the correct, going through all the amendments, that downtown neighborhood plan implementation fund is correct. It looks like we need to strike out no, I think with all the amendments, it's correct. I think the engrossed copy just needs to be fully updated to reflect all those total amendments together,
Yes,
except for the thing that we can't find, which still needs to be verified.
right.
Because Amendment 7 and 8 and the last 7 and 8, the redux, are all for the same 5 lines. All right, so it sounds like, committee, we're good with these amendments 7 and 8 as amended.
We are good.
It was confusing because there were 2 7 and 8s that were, and now we're back to, we had 2 sets of 7s and 8s
Right.
on the same set of lines. Okay. Madam Clerk?
So we're good on 7 and 8.
Good on 7 and 8. We're good on the Narayan one since the other ones were adopted. And now we have 1 from Boyd, 2 from Green, and 15 from Sanya, the remaining amendments, as amended amendments.
Okay, give me just a second. Let's see where I'm at now.
We're on Boyd's now.
Yes, or if you don't mind, if you can read that. Do you have that in front of you?
Boyd number 1.
Yes, and all these are in the drive under as amended in committee. So these are
But I can read it if you'd like.
Okay, yes, please.
I just need somebody to look at the page because my pages are all out of order. Amendment number 1 of Board Bill 22 as amended in committee, introduced by Alderwoman Boyd, to amend said Board Bill page 3, line 14, beginning at page 3, line 14, after the words Visitation Park, insert the following words and figures: Walnut Park East and Walnut Park West. Those in there?
We do need a comma after west, but otherwise.
So Amendment 1 needs we need to add a comma after after Walnut Park West.
And that's actually what the amendment is. It just didn't make it into the version.
Oh, okay. I I have it, it's just not in red on my sheet. Okay.
Committee, then, if we're good with actually with making sure the amendment reflects the engrossed bill reflects the amendment in full, including the comma,
Noted.
with the pause. It's a joke, bad joke. Okay. Madam Clerk, we've got 15 and 2 left.
If you can read that for me.
I'll just go with Amendment 2 since it's here. Oh, this is a big one. To amend board bill, said board bill page 9. So we're looking at page 9, line 8 as follows. Beginning on page 9, after the words "this section," strike out the following words and figures. Quote, "The quarterly reports required under this section shall also be made available on the website of the Budget Division of the City of St. Louis," and insert the following words and figures. Quote, "At its first quarterly meeting, the Recovery Office shall develop and present proposed metrics for measuring the use of funds and progress toward achieving the purposes outlined in this ordinance. Thereafter, all quarterly reports shall include reporting on such metrics. Utilizing the same metrics, the Recovery Office shall submit an annual report to the relevant Board of Alderman Committee before the end of the fiscal year until all funds have been expended. All quarterly and annual reports required under this section shall be made publicly available on the city's website." Is that there on page 9? Does that appear to be?
That change hasn't been made, has it?
It's
No,
on
it doesn't
the
look like it. Sorry.
red copy.
Well, I'm looking at the engrossed. These are all the engrossed copies, right? Everything you gave us is the engrossed copy, correct?
I'm not sure, I didn't pass that.
I have so many pieces of paper.
That's, I can attest to that. But if you can look in the red copy, I'm sorry, on the marked copy.
Copy does have that language.
Right, so I'm not sure what was passed out to the committee. So,
Can I see? Hold on.
is it in the engrossed copy of,
You gave me this as an engrossed copy, correct?
yes, is it in there?
Okay, let me.
Or not in there?
Sorry, there's a lot. Page
I know.
9,
15, we're looking for 15.
9,
Which one are we looking for?
8.
I can print it.
I don't believe it's page 9, line 8. It does not look like this amendment is in the engrossed copy. Let me see. Shall develop and present. Hold
So
on.
it should be at its first quarterly meeting? It's not in there.
I don't think it's the same. Yeah, I don't, it's not the same.
No.
Okay.
The changes have not been made.
Okay.
Not the same. So that's Amendment 2 is not accurately, the engrossed copy does not reflect the first portion of Amendment 2. Let's
We'll note
look at
that as well.
Hmm?
I said we'll note that as well.
Page 13, line 8, to amend, said board bill, page 13, line 8 as follows.
That is the same issue.
It's not in there.
That has not been incorporated into the current draft.
Okay.
So, Madam Clerks, it looks like Amendment 2 needs to be incorporated in Board Bill 22 as amended.
And now that I think of it, I'm wondering if any of the ones from the floor from President Green.
Well, let's finish this up. So let's look at 19. few of these in here. Okay, 19, line 3, after the words under law, hold on. Line 3, 19. Within 6 months of the passage, I'm on page 19, after the words under law, insert a new paragraph with the following words and figures. B, within 6 months of the passage and approval of this ordinance, the Board of Public Service shall develop a list of proposed metrics for measuring progress for the use of funds and achieving their purposes outlined in this ordinance. Oh, this is not the same thing at all.
We're missing subsection B.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll incorporate them. If you see there, it's almost everything gets in the,
Let's just check this
Red
final
co-
one,
right.
or these final two, but yes. So page 19 isn't updated. Page 22, line 17, as follows. That's the one I just read. I'm sorry, page 27, line 20.
Well, before you skip ahead, the page 22, line 17, that subsection B is also not in.
Okay, so I wasn't. So far, none of these.
Right, because they were just on Friday, we didn't have a chance to add them. That's
Okay.
why I thought
Sure.
about it.
So then, page 27, line 20, under law, this isn't added either. It should have within 6 months of the passage of this ordinance, ... And it just goes straight to section 7. So this.
Right.
So for the clerk's, amendment 2 needs to be incorporated, amendment 2 as amended on the floor needs to be incorporated into the engrossed version of the bill. And then we might find the same thing, but the final one is amendment number 15, sponsored by Alderwoman Sanye. And the first one is to amend said board bill, page 3, line 1 as follows. Committee between December 1st and December 31st of each calendar year. I don't see that in there. So this for amendment 15, the first part of amendment 15 is not in the engrossed copy of the bill. And then there's the second one is a section 8. MWBE reporting must be in compliance with the existing City of St. Louis ordinances or their successor ordinances establishing requirements for MWBE, prevailing living wage, and non-discrimination, including ordinances 71962 and 707. Oh, no, 70767, MWBE requirements, ordinances 71962 and 71948, applicable prevailing wages and living wage requirements, and ordinances 67119 and 7113, non-discrimination requirements. So section 8A looks accurate. Section 8B, reporting requirements. The administrators of funds established in this ordinance shall quarterly reports to the Board of Aldermen, which shall also be made available on the website of the City of St. Louis, detailing, but not limited to, the following: A, contract awards; B, subcontract awards, when possible; professional service agreements, total dollars awarded to MWBE and WBE firms; total dollars awarded to St. Louis-based firms; total dollars awarded to local St. Louis area-based firms. So that looks accurate, but it looks, I think section 8 got inserted in the middle of section 7. So I'm looking, because it doesn't just go into section 9, and it looks like it's still talking about I think section 8 was plopped in between, in the middle of section 7. I think that's inaccurate. But if somebody wants to double check, because it doesn't, because then it goes into, it is hereby declare that the intention of Board of Aldermen that each and every section and subsection of the ordinance shall be separate and severable from each. Right? I don't think that that's how it's supposed to.
Is the Alderwoman from the 7th still here?
No, I do not see her online.
I think that we would want to double check the placement of Section 8, so that I would double check the last half of Amendment 15, knowing that the first half of Amendment 15 was not found in the engrossed bill. Did I get that off?
I don't think we can take action on that.
No, I don't think we can take, I think you just need to double check, like it got plunked in the middle of it. Is the committee, that's where the committee stands on that, so 15 and 2. Questions from the remaining committee people? I think that might just be us, but hoping.
No.
Thank you, Alderman. So to recap here that I have it, the amendments in committee for everyone was okay except for 7 in the initial set of amendments, what was added on committee. And then from the amendments that were adopted on the floor, none of 2 is in there at all. And then part of 15, but they both need to be revised and double checked. So based on that, we have gone through and looked at what amendments have been incorporated or omitted. We understand that there are several things that need to be adjusted in the amendments that are not fully incorporated. It looks like the section numbering is inaccurate just based on what we've gone through. Madam Clerk, I'd love for you to just double check and verify that the exhibits do match what we put in there, since we found some discrepancies in the amendments. And again, the summary and bill text obviously needs some work if there's been some, not just discrepancies, some displaced text, it looks like. So with that, I move to engross Board Bill 22 based, you don't want to engross it?
Before we continue, what was the verdict on Amendment 15?
Half of it, it needs to be, the first part of Amendment 15 was not incorporated, and we are unsure if the second half was put in the right place.
Do this. Can't engross.
So I agree with my vice chair, or our vice chair, that we should hold off on engrossing Board Bill 22 until we make sure that all the discrepancies, everything is fixed. Alderman Cohn or anybody else virtually? Any other
I
thoughts?
concur.
Okay. So with that, in the report of engrossment, I just want to cap it off in this lovely short committee hearing that we had today. We have voted to engross based on contingent on updating making sure we're engrossing the following bills contingent on the errors being updated that we have previously discussed. That is Board Bills 1, 10, and 28. We are holding off on engrossing Board Bill 22 until we can fix everything. Did I miss? Is that it? Did we get it?
I think that's accurate.
Okay. Does anyone have any thoughts on engrossing of bills or of what we've just discussed?
No.
Okay, I think the next agenda item is excused alderman. I make a motion to excuse Alderman Keyes. Oh, hold on, do we have any written testimony? We have no written testimony. On to excused alder people. I move that we excuse Alderwoman Keyes.
Second.
I skipped announcements. I apologize. Does anybody have any announcements? I'm going with the theme of out of order today. That's a joke. Okay, I move, we are ready to adjourn. Would somebody like to enthusiastically adjourn?
Move that we adjourn.
Second? All in favor, say aye.
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 Thank you. Thank you all for your patience today.